David Taub here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. Hope all is going well, and I hope your guitar journeys are going famously. And welcome to a lesson I titled My Favorite Arpeggio. You know, I love playing arpeggios, and if you've seen my lessons before, you've seen me teaching lots of different ones. And, you know, my playing kind of goes through stages where I'll play arpeggios more, some more than others and whatnot. And lately I've been really loving this two-string minor seventh arpeggio. And I found that it works in so many different musical genres. In the opening, I was playing kind of in the more metal, kind of hard rock genre, so to speak, and it works there. But it also, you can strip it down and work it into your blues rock playing. And I'll show you how to move it around because it's movable, so you could do it in any key. And I'll show you different ways that you can add licks onto the end of it so you can kind of phrase it in. So that's what good arpeggio playing really is all about, right? You're mixing your arpeggios in with your scales and your licks. And hey, if you got a second, please subscribe to the channel. You know, subscribing to the channel, that really helps us. Leave a comment below. Let us know what lessons you'd like to see or what gear you'd like to see reviewed. Let us know how you like this lesson. And if you do like it, please click the like button. Give it a thumbs up. That really helps us and we so appreciate it. So in the intro, I was jamming over a jam track in the key of D minor. So I played this arpeggio. I played a D minor 7 arpeggio, something like this. And I attached it to a lick, right? So it has a really cool sound, 2 notes per string. I'll move it down to the key of A. So we're more in the middle of the fretboard, but you could play it anywhere. So let me show you first the arpeggio. And in case you don't know, all an arpeggio is the notes of a chord played separately. And they give your playing a really cool sound because normally if you're playing a lot of scales, right, you're playing a scale note and then like the next note in the scale, or you're bending up to that next note. But in the arpeggio, you're skipping over certain notes, so you get wider interval jumps. Plus, you can really outline the chords in a progression if you play the notes that make up that given chord that you're playing over. And it gives you, so that's why arpeggios are so handy, and it gives your playing a very sophisticated sound. We're going to play A minor 7th arpeggio. And a minor 7th chord is just a rooter 1, flat 3rd, 5th, and flat 7th. So in the key of A minor 7th would be A, C, E, G. And there's our minor 7. Well, we want to play it 2 notes per string, so we're going to have to move it. But basically, we're just playing those notes. A, C, E, G. And then we're just repeating them. A, C, E, G. A, C, E, G. A, C, E. Back to our A. You really want to emphasize the A because we're in the key of A minor, but you can do this in any key. So here's what the shape looks like, 2 notes per string. We'll start on the G note, 3rd fret, low E string, and then we'll go to the A note, 5th fret, low E string. So anywhere you want to play this key, just put your 2nd finger on the root note and then go back a whole step. And you've got the first 2 notes. Like I was playing it in D, so I put my 2nd finger on the 10th fret. And then my 1st finger would be on the 8th fret. And there's the start, right? So here's the whole shape. I'll tab it out for you so you can see this. We're just going to end it back at the A note. So get that under your fingers, and you could palm mute it when you're playing it. Try that. It sounds really cool. So that's our 2 note per string, minor 7th arpeggio. A minor 7th. If you wanted to play it in the key of D, same exact shape. Right? If you want to play it in the key of B, 2nd finger on the B, low E string, go back a whole step. Right? So you could play it in any key you want, and it sounds great when you play it over a minor chord or minor 7, minor 9th chord. Sounds awesome. Or even in your blues jams when you're minor key, try it. Throw it in there. But then the trick is, okay, so you just played it, so what are you going to do then, right? You just played this awesome arpeggio, and then you blow it because you can't get back into something cool, right? And then you're playing it's all fragmented sounding. So we don't want that. So let's do this. Right? So all I did there is you played the whole arpeggio. When I get up high, you got to do a pull-off, 12 to 8. And then I went back down another arpeggio, which I'll show you in a second. And then when I got to the 9th fret, slid to the 7th, slid to the 5th, and There's my root note. So it's kind of like you could think of that as minor pentatonic. Right, and you end on your A note. Here it is slow. So when you're up here on the 12th fret of the high E and the 8th fret, and then the 10th fret, there's your A note. There's your A minor triad, right? A, C, E. Now, you can go down, descend down that triad. And that was like the lick I did in the intro. And I slid back into the minor pentatonic or blues scale. Here's that whole arpeggio in case you want to see it. That's an A minor pinky on the root. But you could take any of those notes, stop on them, and slide back into your scale, and you have a good way to connect that. That time I just went right down the blues scale. Easy, right? And this way you're kind of connecting your ideas as you're playing them. What I did there was, instead of descending it, you can connect it up, and I connected it to the, we're in the key of A minor, I connected it to an A natural minor scale, or A aeolian. When I got up to the high E, slide up to our G, 15th fret, and then you could play the whole scale. That's A natural minor. Know where those A's are, right? That's very, very important because you want to hover around those A notes and really accent them. Another lick you could do if you just want to kind of hang up here on this A minor triad, something like this. All I did there, pulling off on the minor triad, 12th to 8th fret, and getting my A note 10th fret B string. So you want to start to envision this arpeggio living in this part, you know, of the scale, whether you're playing pentatonically or natural minor, and connecting it to your licks. And if you just try it, you know, put on a jam track. And if you want some jam tracks to try this, I'll tell you what, I'll give you 6 of them for free. Great sounding tracks. Just click on that link. I'll put a link in the description box below. Click on that link. I'll send you 6 jam tracks. And I'll also send you 2 ebooks that pair up with the jam tracks, where I talk about the chords in each track, what to try over it, what works. The scales are all diagrammed out in the other ebook. So it's a great little kind of jam track coach set. 6 jam tracks, 2 ebooks. Send it to you for free. Just click on that link below. And if you want to get a little bit more bluesy sounding, kind of incorporate that arpeggio down the blues scale and throw in some bends, you know? Right? And then when you kind of take on a bluesy sound. All I did there was I played the minor triad, but when I got to the G string, 9, 8, there's our blue note, 7, 5 on the G string with a little bend, to our root note. Then you can continue down. And I get a lot of questions about gear, so I like to go over the gear that I'm using. The guitar I'm using in this lesson is made by Universum Guitars. They make handcrafted guitars in the Ukraine that are just works of art. I mean, look how beautiful this guitar is. They're doing some really creative things with their guitar engineering, building, and handcrafting these beautiful instruments. They sound great. They play really well, and the build quality is just outstanding. The fit and finish is excellent, and they're doing some really creative and different things. You know, they're just not making the same kind of Strat copies and the same Les Paul copies. Great guitars. I love Strats and Les Pauls too, but there's just so many of those style guitars out there. This company's doing something different, and they're doing some really creative things. In fact, check out the review I did on this particular guitar, and I talked about Universum Guitars, and I'll put links to that, and check out some of their other guitars. You can also go to their website, universumguitars.com. They're just making some killer guitars, just absolute works of art. And I'm playing through a Paul Reed Smith Archon 25-watt combo amplifier. I'm playing through the lead channel, and the gain is about 75% when I'm playing over the track. And I have a little delay and reverb in the effects loop with a Keeley Caverns pedal. The amp cabinet is mic'd with a Shure SM57. So I hope you enjoyed this little 2-string minor 7th arpeggio. It's my favorite arpeggio right now. Maybe that'll change soon, and I'll show you some other ones. Be sure to check out some more of our lessons. Hey, don't forget, you want some jam tracks, because it's all about application. You got to practice these things in a musical context. Click on the link below. I'll send you 6 free jam tracks and 2 ebooks. Be sure to take advantage of that. It's free from Next Level Guitar. Subscribe to the channel, right? We really appreciate that, and subscribing just really helps us to keep bringing the content. Thank you. I'm David Taub from Next Level Guitar. Thanks so much for your support over the years. Thanks for watching. Hey, take care, and remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. Rock and roll.